Good evening to all our viewers out there. My name is Mike Fontanella. This is Michael Porcelli. We are going to have our Week 4 recap, and I want to just get this out of the way now. Yes, I'm wearing an American Eagle sweatshirt. I'm going to hear the comments in the chat saying that I look like I'm in 7th grade again. You know what? The bottom line is it's a comfortable sweatshirt, and to all the non-believers, American Eagle is still in. Let's get to the Week 4 recap.
You're safe. We got you. Wait.
I'm on fire!
All right, you're not on fire!
I knew it, you're lying! I'm fired!
We begin with the game of the week. I'm a little shocked myself. Font couldn't get the job done, but Goodman is for real. But overall this week, Goodman's roster wasn't extremely impressive, but Andrew Luck 17.5, Jerick McKinnon 17.5, and one thing I did notice about Goodman's team, he's had Matt Ryan stashed on the bench since week 1. Imagine how much better this team could be if he just dumped Andrew Luck. That man crush is killing him. Then you go to Font. Strong performance from Font. DeAndre Hopkins. Something going on after losing sports.
Sorry to break this up, Porsche. DeAndre Hopkins, he had a rough week because we did trade for him kind of midweek last week, so he was still moving his family over here. He had a lot going on. He didn't practice with the offense much this week just because he had to make all the arrangements to put his daughter in the new school and everything like that. It's gonna be a learning curve. My offensive coordinator has been working with him consistently this week, and we'll see how it goes. But Porch, my biggest thing for this game is, you say Coach Jim is for real. Yes, he's 4-0, but when your running backs are Tevin Coleman and Jerick McKinnon, I know McKinnon had a decent game. I just don't think he has enough depth at running back. Our Daniel didn't come out to play this week. That's the bottom line of it. Twan didn't need much to win this week. Bottom line is, TCP is a laughingstock of this league. We had single digits across the board, from Snead to Clyde Walford to Jamison Crowder to Jamison Bullock Crowder to the Jets defense. It was a rough week. Chris Ivory still not gotten it going. Over the Twan squad, Fozzie Whitaker put up a nice performance. Forte hit a wall, it seems. Jones went back to earth. And Gronk, I don't think it was smart playing him, although he got the win. But going forward, Gronk is going to be a force, I believe, with Brady back. Don't sleep on Twan, 3-1. Nobody talks about him. 3-1 team, man. TCP 0-4.
It is a crime that Antonio Brown's talent is being wasted on this roster. I know Font's hopes were high. I know he begged Derp to get this win, but a miracle wasn't going to happen. Long Island Pickers is on top of this league for a reason. Zeke, Bell, Roethlisberger, even Greg Olsen, all the stars on this team did what they had to do. Vikings D does it again. Pickers continues to be an absolute force to be reckoned with, and you go to Derp. Joik Bell, blast from the past, 0.6. Yes, oh my god is right, Font. This is Derp's team. 87 is sadly enough one of his better scores thus far. Stephon Diggs, 7 point. I could go on about this team, but it's just useless. It was a loss for one of the lower teams in the league. Derp's got to get a win somehow. Hopefully he can get it soon.
I have just 2 words. Julio Jones absolutely puts on a show in prime time. I am glad that I was not near Mamba on Sunday. I feel like he was throwing bricks through his mom's windshield, through his. I bet he was throwing bricks at his dad, to be honest. He was so pissed.
Feel bad for that Bowflex.
Now, this was what was most depressing about this loss for Mamba was, other than Julio Jones, Jacob's team was very, very mediocre. That being said, On Monday night, I thought Eli and Odell would pull it together. Odell still is letting his other issues get to him and not just playing ball. Brandon Cooks has seemed to fallen out of the wide receiver 1 conversation. Hunter Henry. Mama believes in Hunter Henry. Puts up 14 points. This was a total bad luck loss for Mamba. Julio Jones had a career day. He was the offense for Atlanta on Sunday. Moving forward, Mamba is 1-3. Jacobs, don't sleep on him either. I'm telling you, 3-1.
Neither one of us picked MMED. What do? They come out and put up 135. Bortles finally does something. Lamar Miller still meh, but DeMarco has continued to be a great pick. Will Fuller, just a very solid outing for MMED. They seem to be on the right track. And then we got to talk about Team Fish. And I am on record last week saying I think Team Fish is going to be relevant all season. I am retracting that statement. I am completely off the Fish bandwagon for one reason.
Rewind.
Not because they lost. And because I noticed something that no one else in this league seemed to catch.
Nobody's chatting about it.
Team Fish starts healthy scratch. Justin Forsett. Healthy scratch. Justin Forsett. Now what does this mean? Does this mean Fish isn't checking his lineups? Does this mean Fish is drunk on the job? I don't know. I mean, look at the rest of his roster. I mean, Ryan Matthews on a bye. Vereen's injured. But you gotta make the right moves. Fish has shown me after that week that I cannot trust him as an owner going forward. Get your shit together, Fish. I don't want to see any more healthy scratches starting in that lineup.
Ryan Terrain would have had more points than Justin Forsett this week. Think about that. The relevant Adino in this league, it seems these days. Dalton puts up a nice performance. Devonta's starting to find it. Ingram had a huge game. Hearns finally finds the end zone. Reed, we were all waiting for Jordan Reed to break out, and he finally did. And a nice play by Wheaton. Nice play by Zach starting Wheaton there. Moving over to New England Porches. Matt Jones. Everybody laughed at Porch when he drafted old knees Matt Jones, but he comes out and he stands by Porch's side and he puts up a 20-burger. Very nice performance. Carson Palmer's concussed. Latavius Murray, it's just a matter of time before he loses his job in the offense. Look out for Richard and Washington moving forward. Deshaun Jackson, talk about hit or miss. Total miss there. Kobe Fleener, after a nice solid week or two, back to 3.4 pedestrian numbers. Pitta, time to drop him. It was a nice two-week window for him. Rams defense was his second highest score, was not enough. Only puts up 83 points. Porch falls to 1-3, and I quote, Porch says his season is over.
It's fucking over. Once again, with his back against the wall, the commish always finds a way. Alex Smith, solid 18. Gurley still trying to get out of the starting gate. Crowell has been a fantastic surprise. Terrence West finally gets his line. Just a solid performance all around from Mike. Say My Namath continues to be very up and down. Just, you never want 8 points out of your quarterback. Frank Gore has been solid this year, surprisingly. AJ Green alone was not enough to carry. And I think, Fawn, you wanted to say something within this final rapid fire.
I look at Mike Dino's team. I look away. I look there again, and I'm not seeing things. This team is mediocre. Tyrell Williams, Jacob Tamme, Terrence West. It pains me. It also pains me that Isaiah Crowell, Mike seems he thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. Isaiah Crowell is in a timeshare with the Beast Duke Johnson Jr. It pains me that Dino thinks he has a very good team, which he does not. I think going forward he's going to be a 500 team at best. Eifert had a setback. Doug Martin's still out. He sits. Russell Wilson still gets the win, showing not like he doesn't have much confidence in his starting guys. I wouldn't want to play for an organization like this that every week you don't know who's plugging in. Not a fan of Teef's nuts.
Oh my God, help me! I don't want to die! Oh, stop and roll!
You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby.
I'm on fire!
Welcome back, boys. We know you look forward to these every week. We look forward to making them. It's time for Font's segment that he created last week to bring again. Font, who is your come on man owner of the week?
Well, Michael, my come on man of the week is going to be a guy who's got a lot on his plate right now, trying to make the big time. Rooming with the likes of Justin Upton, say, or Fulmer. This guy has got a lot going on. But that being said, this is a very prestigious league. I check my lineup 5 times a day, every day. And I'm not kidding. I am constantly on that app. And the fact that Jason Foley, Pescado, Fish, whatever you want to call him, the fact that he played a healthy scratch for set, it's laziness, you know. That's all it is. It's just laziness. Because Jay knows better. Jay knows better to check his lineup and be attentive, because we all take this league seriously. I mean, I bleed Guru Nation blood, and it's sad to see. Listen, he would not have won if he plugged somebody else in, but it's the principle of it. Porch, anything to add on?
I mean, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. The running back waiver wire, it's not sexy.
No.
You know, you're not going to find...
The waivers in general are not sexy.
It's one of the beautiful parts about Guru Nation. Only the true gurus will find that great waiver wire pickup, but in a Fish, we know you got Miggy and everyone on speed dial. We know this, but you got to get your priorities straight. You know, you don't start a healthy scratch in Guru Nation.
I mean, his priorities are in the right spot. He wants to be an MLB player. I mean, that's what my priority would be, too. We
got priorities in the real world. We got priorities in Guru Nation. You got to be able to separate the two. Fish is having off-the-field issues. I mean...
I think this is a fluke for Fish.
Hope it is.
No pun intended. And it won't happen again.
Absolutely. And I think before we move on to preview next week, I have an open letter I would like to say here. I'm not asking the Oakland Raiders, I am demanding the Oakland Raiders organization to send out a formal apology to Latavius Murray owners nationwide.
Is on your side.
Because all preseason long, all training camp long, what do you say? What is Jack Del Rio saying? We're going to play through Latavius Murray.
He's the horse.
He's going to be the workhorse. We want to play through Latavius Murray. He's going to be featured back. And you don't even give him a chance. Yeah. You don't even give Latavius the chance.
I wanted him so badly, and I am so happy that I did not get him, because I was 100% on the Latavius Murray bandwagon, as I think a lot of fantasy owners were, because you think Latavius Murray he had a 1,000-yard season last year, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, the league cringed when I picked Latavius Murray. The league
the room you could hear everybody was disappointed. Everybody wanted that guy. Porch falls into his lap. It's not a good time to be a Latavius Murray owner.
I mean, I want that. However you can make this
I want a refund, Porch says.
Just find Oakland Raiders organization, Jack Del Rio, anybody. Just find a way to get this apology just on air.
Or get Latavius the ball.
That would be even better.
Either or. That works.
Font is bringing something interesting to my attention. Something that I had no idea about. Even Font himself had no idea before it was brought to his attention. But there is a player in Font's locker room that's making waves on the E Network.
Well, Michael, I have social media reps that go around and see what my guy's doing on and off the field. Off the field, excuse me, specifically. And comes to my attention, one of my interns brought it to our attention that Travis Kelce has a reality TV show called Catching Kelce. Now, this is the same kind of setup as what's the Flavor Flav one they had?
Flavor of Love?
Yes, thank you, Porch. Or Rock of Love with Bret Michaels. It is not a good day for the Kelce family and the Fontanella organization.
I asked you this via text and I got no answer. Well, is this a distraction in the locker room?
This is, well, it helps that he's on his bye this week. But I may or may not have had him running suicides all night last night. The bottom line is, if this is an off season, if this is your off season, go ahead, do what you want. But we are right in the thick of it. We're right in the thick of it. And the fact that you're doing this it's bringing embarrassment to our organization. Our prestigious, we've had greats come through our way. Our bloodline, if you test our bloodline, it shows up greatness. And the fact that you're doing this catching Kelsey thing, listen, it's catchy, I'm not gonna lie. However, there's other ways and other times to address your dating, your love life, your dating life. Your love right now should be Team Fontanella. That you should be in a relationship with Team Fontanella right now. And I feel like you're not. I'm a little hurt. So, thank you, Porch, for that little rant I had.
Well, just about that time to preview next week's games. A little bit of a record update. Font and I didn't do well last week. Both of us now at 11-10 on the season, looking to make sure we don't fall under 500. Let's bring up the board. Here we go. Week 5 matchups. We begin Team Fish versus Tuan Squad. I believe that Tuan Squad gets it done again. 4-1 Tuan Squad. Team Font, TCP. TCP will go defeated. I think we established that last week. Team Font will continue. The White Mamba versus Derp Sauce. This is such a desperation game for both owners. Will Mamba kill himself at 1-4, or will Derp continue to barely give a shit at 0-5? I think that Mamba, he's gotta win at some point, man. Mamba will win this game. Deef's nuts, Coach Jim. Dino's been up and down all year. I think you go with the safe pick. Coach Jim, 5-0. Real Young Gun, Team Jacobs, one of the most boring rivalries we have in Guru Nation. Nobody seems to care about it except those two. Team Jacobs will prove why Team Jacobs is not the real Young Gun, but he is the better Young Gun. 4-1 Team Jacobs. And Neps, say my nameth. I think my season's over. I don't want to think that anymore. Neps gets a big win against Say My Name. Font, your picks.
Thank you, Mike. Week 5 matchups, I have Team Fish versus Tuan Squad. Team Fish, after getting chewed out tonight, will turn it around. Won't start Justin Forsett. Will get a win. Back on track. Both teams will be 3-2. Team Fontanella versus TCP. Tarkenton's Craig Penn's Roses. I don't understand it. Team Fontanella will win. TCP is in the making of a defeated season. I know I may have shot myself in the foot by saying, good thing I'm playing TCP next week. I do think I will win, though. I will rise to 3-2. TCP got a goose egg in front of their record. Mamba versus Derp Sauce. Dennis Hassett is a low life. He will not win this week. We may have another defeated squad on our team, to be honest with you.
The race to defeat and the race to undefeated, possibly.
Dennis isn't good at much in life, and clearly he's not good at fantasy.
How does this guy have 2 rings?
Please, that was before the Gurus entered this league. But moving on, Mamba will win this week. I think that Melvin Gordon's his guy this week. I think Melvin Gordon puts up 37 this week.
Bold.
37. The guy touches the ball an awful lot. Deef's Nuts, Latrell versus Coach Jim. Deef's Nuts loses. Coach Jim's for real. I didn't think he was for real until he beat me last week. Coach Jim's for real. I think he and Pickers, their records aren't just talking. They have good teams.
The arms race right now. Those two.
Real Young Gun versus Team Jacobs. Porch put it perfectly. The rivalry that absolutely nobody gives a shit about. Real Young Gun will lose. Team Jacobs. I am a believer in Team Jacobs. I'm going to buy some stock for Team Jacobs. I'm going to go to the Dow tomorrow. New England Porches versus Say My Nameth. The fact that Porch thinks his season over already is just pathetic. I mean, why do you even check if your season's over already? It's confusing to me. It's conflicting. It's a conflict of interest to talk about.
Hey man, I got a commitment, man.
Just put your helmet on, strap up, and go out there on Sunday. I believe, Say My Name, it does not have the consistency that he's had in past years. I think New England Porches wins this week. New England Porches wins 107-75 this week.
Game of the week, the primetime lights shined themselves on the 4-0 Long Island Pickers and the surging Magic Man and El Diablo after a huge 135 point performance. They have the momentum to take out the juggernaut of Guru Nation. They're going to roll with possibly Ryan Tannehill back in the MMED organization. Lamar Miller, DeMarco Elshon, questionable health. Ebron, questionable health. They may have a replacement there. Hyde. I mean, it's a nice looking roster down the line. You compare it to Long Island Pickers, Big Ben, Zeke, Le'Veon. Edelman's injured. Fitz, Olsen, just Vikings D has just you just talk when you talk about the Long Island Pickers.
You want to throw up.
There's a little bit of puke going around there, but I mean, you have to respect what this team has done thus far. Font, do you have a pick?
Yes, I do have a pick, Michael. Thank you. These are two hashtag butt buddies or former butt buddies. And I think I look at MMED's team, and I look at the Connor James Gordon's team, and I feel like I want to pick MMED. But if you, I feel like I want to pick them. I want to pick MMED. But I have to pick Long Island Pickers. I'm a realist. I've said this before. Their team is overwhelmingly better than MMED. And then to make my decision even more clear, you're starting Ryan Tannehill. I mean, go start Kellen Clemens, why don't you? Shit. I don't understand it. Long Island Pickers team turns to 5-0. Congratulations, Connor James Gordon.
I do. I want to pick MMED in this matchup, but
Prove us wrong.
Connor James, just so many advantages. We just look at that. Look at that. Only 2 advantages, and
I'm done talking about this team now. We've talked plenty about Long Island Pickers today. Enough.
Two 5-0 teams heading into week 6. We got a couple of big moves in the power rankings this week. Let's not wait any further. Power rankings.
Let's get to it.
Feel the power!
Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed the video once again this week. As per usual, good luck to all. And we have one special message to a very special man in this league.
I don't know about special man in this league.
Well, fine.
He is
special.
He's a special speech.
He's a special young. He's a very special young man.
we all know who we're talking about. We're talking about Mr. Latrell Dedino. Mr. Latrell Dedino has been a very mediocre member of society since he was just a youngin'. Not much has changed over the years. Still a below par person, below par athlete, below par, you name it. He is below the par, and I don't know how to turn into a ripping session. I just want to say happy birthday to Latrell. Tough times over there at the Dedinos. Happy birthday, man.
It's tough. It's a tough leading these men. Tough leading all these egos. Mike Dedino does a good job. Good luck to everyone. We will see you all
Next week. Fuck you, Amador!